In this video, I'm going to talk about attachment styles. There are 3 that you need to know. There's technically a 4th that is connected oftentimes with abuse or neglect, but we will focus on the 3 that are much more common. The first one is a secure attachment. If a child has a secure attachment with his or her caregivers, it means that the child uses the caregiver as a base for exploration. What this means is that the kid is really adventurous, is willing to explore his environment when the parent is there because the child knows the parent will protect him or her, that there is safety and security with the parent there. You also can tell secure attachment based on how the child acts when the parent leaves or returns and how the child acts with strangers versus the parent. In secure attachment, the child will be upset when the parent leaves and will be happy and easily comforted when the parent returns and treat strangers differently than a parent. A stranger is not mom and thus will not keep the kid happy the way mom would. So if the parent is around, the kid will interact with strangers, will explore the environment. When the parent is gone, the child will be upset, but when the parent returns, the child will be easily happy again because that secure base is now there. For insecure attachment, there are 2 forms that you should know. One is anxious, sometimes called ambivalent, and one is avoidant. So I'll talk about the anxious insecure attachment first. In the anxious insecure attachment, the child will get very upset when the parent leaves, but having the parent return doesn't really make the kid happy quickly. The child will still be upset, will potentially hit the parent, not immediately stop crying. That's where that ambivalence term will sometimes come in. If you are ambivalent about something, it means you show more than one feeling. So the kid might be sad when the parent leaves, but not necessarily happy when the parent returns, still sort of sad. Another thing that you might notice with the anxious ambivalent attachment is that the stranger, if there's a stranger present, the child might be comforted slightly faster than with the secure attachment as well. And the final form of insecure attachment to know is avoidant. In avoidant insecure attachment, the kid doesn't really care about the parents so much. Mom's here, who cares? Mom's gone, doesn't matter. Stranger, whatever. There's not really a difference between the parent and a stranger, and it doesn't really matter if the parent is there or not there. The kid sort of avoids the parent in that the kid does not really care about the parent being there. So there are no tears when the parent leaves. There's no happiness when the parent returns because the kid never got upset being alone. And a stranger doesn't need to comfort the kid because the kid doesn't get upset. That is avoidant. You see this slightly more in different cultures, like German children are more likely to be avoidant than American kids. The way we test this is through what is called the strange situation. In the strange situation, it is this combination of the parent coming and going, a stranger coming and going. Sometimes the parent and the stranger are there in the room with the child together. Sometimes it's just the stranger. Sometimes it's just the parent. And you look at how the child reacts in all these situations. When the stranger is there with the parent, when it's just the stranger, or when it's just the parent. And that helps you tell what attachment style you see. And again, that is the strange situation, is what it's called, to measure which of these attachment styles. And again, there is a 4th type of attachment. It's called disorganized, disoriented, and it is exactly how it sounds. It's a form of insecure. The child seems really disoriented. The child doesn't know whether to be happy when the parent is there or to be afraid. Fear is a big part of disorganized, disoriented, because it is often connected with traumatic events in the child's life, potential abuse by the parent, so you don't want to make the parent upset by avoiding them, but you also don't want to be near them because they abuse you. So that is a 4th type that we will not go into in general psychology, but it does exist as well. And those are the attachment styles: secure, and then insecure, anxious, insecure, avoidant, measured through the strange situation that you need to know.